Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be about why I have decided to join therapy. As you know, with this disability, it's not always easy. There's a lot of stresses and anxiety that I have. So I figured it would be best to talk to a mutual party. Now, I'm not implying that you guys have to join therapy or be a part of it or whatever, but this is just my journey and my point of view. So I figured I would dive deeper into that today. As you guys may know, this disability is not easy. There's a lot of stresses and a lot of issues that come with it. Now, granted, this channel is to lift you guys up. It's to show you what life with CP can really be like. But sometimes it does help to get the stressors out and the anger out. Now, I'm not saying that you can't talk to your family members or whatever, because your family members are great. They're good tools and they're good people to listen to your issues and your problems. But sometimes your family members are very biased. And you could say one thing, and then they could be very quick to interject their opinions. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But with that being said, sometimes you just want a person that is from a mutual background that you have no connection with, that is just there to listen to you and to give you tips about your issues that you're facing. So that's why I have decided to join therapy. I figured it would be best if I talked to someone outside of my family, outside of my personal relationships, and just open up about how I truly feel. And I feel like it does benefit a lot of people. I've been giving, oh, I've been, excuse me, I've been given a lot of successful tools on how to handle the situation, on how to handle my stress and my anxiety. And I've only been doing it for a short time, but I feel like I'm coming a long way already. And that's why I feel like it's best to talk to a mutual party in some cases. She's not here to, the therapist I have is a girl. It's a female. I'm not going to get into her personal stuff and all that, but it's a female. And she's just there to listen. She's there to give me tips. If I'm having a bad day, she'll check in. She'll be like, "Hey, how you doing today? I could see you've been stressed out or whatever." And she'll say "Oh, let's try to manage the stress. Let's try to figure out a way to work on that, and let's see what we could do." And it's really been giving me a lot of perspective on how to handle my personal flaws in my situation. Again, you guys know that the relationship with my biological father is not the greatest. We don't talk or speak at all, basically. And as you guys also know, I've had a lot of anxiety because of that. It's not always easy to think about. It is what it is at this point. There's not much I could do to change it. But I spoke to my therapist about it, and she gave me a lot of helpful tips on how to handle the situation with my dad and how to not really move on, because you're never going to move on from something like that, but how to live my life in a way that doesn't constantly revolve around my dad and my feelings for him. As you guys know, I have rough days. I have hard days like everybody else. And I like vlogging like this. I like talking to you guys and expressing my feelings. But at the end of the day, you guys listen to me, but I'm just talking in front of a camera. I'm just, a person that's just talking in front of a camera, and that really does help, because it's almost like a video diary in some sorts. But it helps if you talk to an actual person. It helps if you tell the person how you really feel and what you're really going through. Because I've opened up to her about things that I probably wouldn't open up to the average person. Or maybe I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about certain things. And there's no bias, there's no judgment, there's no criticism, because as you all know, we all have those people in our lives where if we say one thing, it's blown way out of proportion. You guys know what I'm talking about, because we all have people like that. But my therapist doesn't do that. She lets me have the floor. She gives me helpful tips on how to manage my situation and what I deal with every day. But basically, she's just here to listen. She's here to say, you know what? I understand that you're going through a lot, Christian. I know that you have troubles and you have hard times. And she's there to give me helpful tips and talk about it. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to join therapy, because everybody has a different opinion on how they feel about it and how they don't. I'm not saying that you have to join. This is just my personal experience and how it's benefited me with my situation. I feel like it's giving me a lot of hope. I'm looking forward to my therapy sessions now. I'm looking forward to talking to someone and getting things off my chest, because a lot of times I don't like to tell people certain things because it might make them upset, or it might make them, feel bad in a way. But like I said, this person, my therapist, she's here to be a non-judgmental entity, and she's basically here to just listen. And that helps, especially when you have a disability, because there's a lot of things that you go through in your daily life, especially in this situation. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of anxiety, like I touched earlier. And, you just want somebody to listen to you. You want somebody with a non-biased opinion to just say, you know what, I'm hearing what you're saying. I know what you're going through. I may not know the exact situation, but I could relate to it in some way. And like I said, I'm really becoming close with her, and I'm feeling more comfortable opening up to her and talking about things. And it's really been helping me a lot. I think it's good to have that entity when you need it, because sometimes you need to vent, you need to blow off steam, and you need to tell people how you really feel. And like I said, life is not always easy. Life is hard. Life throws your curveballs. You can get used to one thing, and then something could happen and it could blow everything out of proportion, or it could change everything. And like I said, I'm not a person that is good with change. I like routines. It helps when you have a disability, because like I said, there's so many things that you cannot control when you're in this situation. But if you have a routine and if you have a plan, that'll help your situation. But I'll get into that in a later video, because I do want to talk about that, the importance of routines and scenarios. But like I said, I joined therapy because it helps to talk to a mutual party. It helps to have someone say, I understand what you're going through, and I'm here to help you. Because like I said, your family's great. It's good to talk to your family. It's good to open up to your family about what you're going through. But your family is full of bias. They're full of opinions, and they may not always appreciate the things you say. But a therapist is just there to listen. I could say whatever I want to her, and she has no problem. So that's why I joined therapy. I think it's going to help with my situation. I think it's going to help to open up to someone about the things I go through. And I honestly think it's going to help my anxiety. So that's today's video. This is a brief synopsis of why I decided to join therapy. And I'll be coming at you with another video soon. Thank you for all your support and your love. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.